And 1, 2, 3, we're rolling. Hey peeps, how are you doing? It is Ruth Noel here, and my mum as well, Shirley, the grandma of taxtwork.com. And so this update is going to be a bit different because I've got her as a special guest, and she's going to give some of her tips that she taught to me when I was little. So we're going to talk a bit about that. And I just thought it would be really nice since we're here today together, and I'd like to share that with my peeps. So remember to hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, so you can get all of my latest updates and craziness on my channel. So Mum, how did we meet?
It was a speck of dust in the air.
A speck of dust in the air, she always says that. And you fell over when I was in your tummy.
Yeah.
This is the first time my mum has done a video with me, like actually sitting down.
Okay.
Yeah, how do you feel? I think she's nervous of the camera.
No, I'm not nervous.
Oh, you're not?
What do you want to say?
So what do you do at the moment? Your work?
I'm a
'Cause it
grandmother.
does relate.
I'm a grandmother.
A grandmother, that's nice.
Mhm.
And what else?
I'm a lecturer and a waiter.
A lecturer and a waiter as well, which you love.
2 part-time jobs.
Yeah, so you've got 2 part-time jobs. She does work a lot, like 7 days a week. So that's why, like, my dream is to work as much as I can with faith of making more free time and bringing in the online business. Like, you're gonna start to see and get to know like how that all comes about with God's grace. So yeah, what did you teach me when I was in schoolies?
Okay. The 3 C's. Commitment to your studies and yourself. Concentration.
Yeah.
In order to prevail and succeed and achieve high grades.
Yeah, my mom took education really, really serious. Oh, ah! Sorry, I just dropped the camera. My name's Ruth, remember? I go by my middle name, Ruth.
Queen of Ruth.
Yeah.
Commitment.
Yeah.
Concentration. Consistency. What you start, you finish. Be the best at what you do.
Okay, yeah, so she taught me that. So that was the 3 C's, which I wanted to share with you today, because that kind of got me to where I am as well, and being successful with everything I do, and just as an individual, as Ruth. The things that I always kept in mind is what my mum told me, which is the commitment, consistency, and concentration. But I have to say, I have to take some credit, because I think I was naturally like that anyway.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, I was.
No.
Yeah, I was born like that.
I moulded and redesigned you to be like that.
Well, thank you for your work. But no, I think I was naturally like that. I was more like
introverted,
going along with it. And
covertly introverted.
Covertly introverted. An introverted show off. But yeah, so I was like receptive. That's the word. I didn't resist it that much, apart from when I was a teenager. Yeah, before my exams. Right before my exams, I started to rebel. Now we can laugh about it. But yeah, those are 3 things like which really more and more now I see how important it is, and it's sometimes challenging. But even in my favourite book, The Compound Effect, which you have to read, I definitely recommend that. The Compound Effect is all about consistency, which my mum actually told me like years before I even read the book. So thank you, Mum.
You're welcome.
But being consistent can be really challenging, especially when you're working online as like a solo entrepreneur. You don't have people to talk to sometimes. You're just sitting there like on the laptop and you can't see the results immediately. And we all have that instant gratification desire nowadays. Like, yeah, we all go through it, but that's not what it's really about. You have to keep going with whatever you're doing. Even if you're working like a regular job, you have to keep going. So we wanted to give that message of inspiration, and remember to enjoy the simple things as well. Like, just concentrate. That's the other one. So concentrate on like what is important to you, what are you looking to achieve, and the simple things that make you happy as well, I have to add. That's what I've learned on this journey. I've travelled around the world, and I realised like it's a simple moments. Like, we were just looking out of the window and I was like, wow, I really love that view from my home. I really appreciate it. Mum, how are you doing?
I'm listening.
Okay, so we said like we said concentration, consistency, and what was the other one? Like a commitment. How do we explain commitment? What was I committed to? Let me think of
When
that.
you start something, you finish it.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's what it means. So
You don't give up.
yes, you don't quit, which as well, like my mentors tell me that. Like
No one fails if you have commitment and consistency.
That's true. Sometimes it's hard to think of it, but like even in the super affiliate network, my mentors tell me that like don't quit. There's no such thing as failure. If something doesn't work, it's basically feedback for you to see how to improve it. And then as long as you keep trying, you're not really failing. It's only if you quit that you fail. So you got to keep going. And for me, like one of my greatest achievements, like I was a goody two shoes. I'll take a moment to talk about myself. I was a goody two shoes. I was a goody two shoes, and like education is what I really achieved highly when I was younger, because that was my number one commitment. So I was committed to getting my 3 degrees. I don't have 3 degrees. Oh, sorry.
It's all about her, isn't it? Let's point the camera at Ruth.
So yeah, like.
So then my face comes out all fat, like a greedy bunny.
Well, I was talking to my peeps.
All right, go on then.
Okay. So yeah, like education, I really mastered the art of how to study without really studying.
Read, analyze.
And that's where the commitment came into it, because I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna get all my degrees, I've got all these certificates, and then I'll be okay. But then come to realize after leaving uni that it's not that simple. Like I love that I was really good at education, because now I can apply it to like learning how to do the marketing, doing the every single day, having that consistency, concentrating on the emails I need to send, concentrating on like how can I help the next person. So now it's like, okay, I'm really bringing it together into something that I can use, so I can use those skills. It's not really the education, I have to say. The education, like I don't even know like how any of that maths and all of that stuff really gets used, but it's the learning how to learn. I think that was the most valuable thing about being in education. So I hope you found that useful. On that note, we're gonna wrap it up.
Good.
But there's one other thing that Mum, you told me as well.
What was that? Go on, tell me.
The best thing, like, is you told me one of the best things is you said get your certificates, get your qualifications, because no one can take that away from you. Like
Indeed.
you always said, once you have an education, no one can take. Mum was really paranoid. Mum was like, no one can take that away. No one can take that away.
It's a competitive world out there.
Yeah, you were thinking like, I don't know what you were thinking. She was like, no one can take that away from you. Yeah, and that's true. Even applying, like, I'm gonna link it back to the marketing and growing your business and like joining the right system and getting that education. Once you have that, no one can take it away from you either. So I hope you found this useful. Thanks, Mum, for coming and doing this video.
Thank
and
you.
Exposing yourself to the world. You're looking very beautiful.
Thank you.
See you guys next time. Lots of love. And remember again to subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Deuces!